Game 4. That was a game. So hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers. I'm here to talk about Game 4 of the Round 1, which I could just say Game 4 of the playoff because there's not going to be a second round. There is not going to be a second round. Rangers lose 7-2 to the Penguins. And this isn't like last game where we gave up 7, but hey, 2 of them were empty netters. No. This was all 7 with a man in net. Okay. This game doesn't deserve to be talked about. This was horrible. This was the worst game of the series by the Rangers, bar none. And we look lost. We look lost as a team. Almost as a team. There are like 4 players that haven't looked wretched to this point. Funnily enough, Rangers actually get on the board first in this game. Kids line looking great. Beautiful pass. I think it was Schneider to Alexis Lafreniere. And he snipes it. Like, that was a gorgeous shot for his first career NHL playoff goal. That was a beaut for Laffy. Mwah! That line has been great. That line has been so consistently good, it's not even funny. They've been good in all games of the playoffs, really. They've looked great. That has been the best line. Offensively and defensively. They're the only line that's consistently putting pressure on. Every shift, it feels like. Every shift they're out there, they're the ones putting pressure in the offensive zone. And then the veterans of the team come onto the ice, and it heads back to our defensive zone. It's wild. And that's going to lead me into this part. Right? Because the children are the only ones that have looked good. It's wild to me. And we're going to hear, after we get eliminated, probably Wednesday, maybe Friday if we're lucky, probably Wednesday when we get eliminated, of, the Rangers are so young. The Rangers are such a young team. It's okay that they got absolutely handled in round 1 because they're so young. And I'm going to call BS right there and right now because, guys, it's not the kids that are playing poorly. It's not Laffy. It's not Kakko. It's not Hedl. It's not Miller. It's the veterans. The first line has been invisible. The second line has been invisible. And that's offensively. Defensively, they've been quite visible, visibly wretched. And I love the players. I love this team. But boy, oh boy, defensively we have looked awful. That we have 2 modes of defense right now. It is either A, everyone is crowded virtually in the blue paint with our goaltender, or we are so spread out that anyone can just walk up into his grill and fry their burger in his grill. Like that. Those are the 2 modes we have defensively. It's either wide open or we're screening our own goaltender. Shesterkin was bad tonight. I'm not going to say he wasn't. There were goals that you just can't allow if you're Igor Shesterkin. I love him, but man, oh man. Another explosion with him in net. Georgiev looked okay. I thought he made a few really nice saves. It's just... We look bad. We're terrible. We look terrible. We have looked completely outclassed in every facet of the game to the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's really flabbergasting, if I'm being honest. This is a game on paper. We were supposed to be the better team. We were supposed to win the series going into it. And we've just looked like we've been kicked up and down the ice. I mean, game 1 was embarrassing because, your goaltender makes nearly 80 saves and you can't do anything. And since he's come in, you have been goalied by Louis Domingo. And that's not me taking pot shots at Louis Domingo. He's a better goaltender than I will ever be. But, man, first couple periods tonight when the Rangers still had the opportunity to keep it competitive with the Penguins, we just keep passing up on opportunities to take shots. That was the biggest issue. We're facing a third-string goaltender, and we're not taking the shots. We're passing up opportunities to hope for better ones, and the better ones are not coming. I don't know. There's no point in even saying what you'd change going into Game 4 or Game 5. There's nothing. You're going to go into Game 5. You're probably going to get killed again, and that's going to be it. If I'm Gerard Gallant going for Game 5, I take lines 1, 2, and 4 and just put the names in a fishbowl, shake it up, and pull them out. That's the new lines. By the way, kids line, first line. I'm dead serious. Going into Game 5, I would give them as much time as possible. I would go to anywhere in New York, find all the Adderall and Red Bull I can, and say, Kako, Laffy, Heedle, I'm sorry, but you guys are all going 30. Keandre Miller, you might not be let off the ice because he has been the best defenseman in the series for us to this point. It's just... It's wild. It's wild. And... yeah, I think that's it. I think the rant is over with. When we get eliminated, I assume next game, which is probably when it's going to happen, I will make an actual breakdown and try to be reasonable and logical of what went wrong. But as for tonight, I'm just mad. I'm just mad. So I think that's about it. Game 5, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. in MSG, the world's most famous arena. And I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. So thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Rangers.